guys, welcome back to my channel. For all those who are new to my channel, I'm Jasmine, and for all those who have subscribed and they're returning back to watch more videos, thank you guys so much. So today I think I want to just get into my breastfeeding journey, how I'm able to lactate as much as I have been able to. So I think that's it. Kind of my breastfeeding story, my journey, and then kind of what I do to help with my lactation. So we're gonna jump right into the video. So I guess we're gonna go back, like way back. Kaylin, she's 8 months, so we're gonna have to go back to pregnancy, I guess. So when I think all my life, I just thought breastfeeding was kind of weird. I thought it was strange, and I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, I would never do that. Then I got pregnant, and I don't know. I think it was like, I don't know what it is, but something like clicked. Like, okay, I want to breastfeed. I started to do a lot of research, and kind of just all the things that I found out about breastfeeding was just, I mean, amazing. And so I was like, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna breastfeed her. And I stuck with it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna breastfeed. I did some research. So yes, so I was like, I have to breastfeed. This is what I want to do, and I'm gonna stick with it. So I was excited. So before she was born, I was pregnant. Maybe I was like 8 months pregnant, 9 months. No, I was like 9 months pregnant. I took a breastfeeding class, and I took a labor. What is it called? It's Lamaze class. There we go. I took a Lamaze class, and I loved it. I thought it was a great experience. I was really excited. I think it really pumped me up for to successfully give labor and to successfully breastfeed. So I was just super stoked about breastfeeding and giving birth. So had Kaylin. They got her straight, did everything they needed to do with her, gave her to me, and put her on my breast, and she latched on immediately. It was perfect, no issue. She drank a little bit and was fast asleep. She was fine. Later that night, they had to take her to get some tests done, and they brought her back. They wheeled her back into the room. So it's the middle of the night, my first time with the newborn. Me and my boyfriend were exhausted. I was in labor for 21 hours. I was in labor for 21 hours, so I was exhausted. I took maybe like 2 small naps, but I mean, literally a baby was about to come out of me, so sleeping was a little bit hard. I knew I needed to sleep because I needed to be rest. I need a lot of rest, but sleeping was not the easiest thing to do. So I was exhausted. She came back into the room, and I just remember her crying, and my boyfriend was on this side of me, and she was on this side in her little thing, not bassinet thing, but the thing that they put the babies in. So she was crying. I just remember looking over, and right next to her, she was swaddled so tightly, right next to her was the pacifier that they put in there. So I went ahead and just stuck the pacifier in her mouth, probably the biggest mistake ever. A couple hours later, maybe like an hour or 2 later, I went to grab her. I think she was hungry. I went to grab her, put her onto my breast, and she wouldn't latch. Her latching was just not like the last time she nursed. She wouldn't latch on to me, so I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm trying. She just will not nurse for me. So I'm like, okay. So the lactation specialist, it was her turn to come into my room. Luckily, right around that time, so she came into my room, and I was like, hey, she's not latching on to me. I don't know what to do. So I swear that lactation specialist came in like superwoman and was just like, okay, took her, grabbed her head, took her, and put her right here on my breast, latched on perfectly. And I was like, wow, okay. So she was like, do not give her that pacifier again. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know, I'm a new mom. I didn't know that the pacifier was gonna be an issue. She was just like, it's 2 different things, and you don't want her to want the pacifier because she's not gonna want you. So I said, okay. So I didn't give her the pacifier again. Fast forward a few weeks later, She's doing amazing with breastfeeding. I'm loving it. I mean, guys, seriously, breastfeeding is like such an amazing bond. Like, I had such an amazing bond with her. It was amazing. Like, that closeness, that warmth, like just her, just, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. The feeling is absolutely amazing. The bonding is beautiful. Like, I just was just loving breastfeeding her. I was loving nursing her. And the feeling is like no other. So everything's going great. Everything's going perfect. And then she has like this little growth spurt. And she wanted to eat every, let me think. It was getting crazy. She wanted to eat every like 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes she wanted to nurse. And at this point, I'm like, I don't know if I'm pumping. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't know if I was producing enough, because I was pumping and I was nursing her. She wanted to eat every 30 minutes and I was pumping every 2 hours. And so I think I was so like frantic, and I just wanted to make sure she had enough milk. I just was constantly pumping, constantly, like she just wanted to eat, but I wanted to make sure I was pumping because I wanted her to have a nice milk supply in the freezer. So I was pumping every few hours. I probably wasn't getting enough sleep, probably not as much sleep as I probably could have been getting, but I just was like, I have to pump because I want her to have an amazing milk supply. So yeah, I was just like, you know, I want to make sure that she has enough milk, so I need to continue to keep pumping. In my head, I'm like, okay, I have to keep doing this, which did pay off because I have an amazing supply of milk for her. But I was just very, very nervous. I was like, I need her to have enough milk. I don't want to, you know, run out, I guess. So, she had a doctor's appointment, and her doctor was asking me, you know, how's breastfeeding going? How's everything going with her? And I said, great. I said, but she just wants to eat every 30 minutes, and it's kind of a lot. And she was like, whoa, like you're trying to pump and you're trying to nurse every 30 minutes. She was like, during the day, you should probably pick one, and then at night, do the other. You don't want to wear yourself out. You don't want to do too much. So I said, you know what? Okay. So I was like, well, let me just give her a bottle during the day and then nurse during the nighttime, because it's so much easier. It's such a hassle having to get up in the middle of the night, make bottles. That's annoying. So just being able to roll over, nurse her is just the easiest thing possible. No bottles, no mess, no anything. Just, it's easy. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I gave her bottles during the day, nursed her at night. Perfect. Everything was going perfect. And then she was just like, no. She was like, no, I don't want to nurse anymore. I just want the bottle. So I'm like, okay. So she just completely stopped nursing. She didn't want it anymore. And I'm like super upset because I'm like, okay, this is not... At this point, she was maybe like a month old. And so I'm like, this is not, I don't want this. Like, I want her to nurse. And so, she's not having it. I'm producing a lot. And so it was just like, at nighttime, you know, I'm having to get up with her in the middle of the night, make her bottles. I have to pump. Like, it was just, she's a newborn, so she's waking up constantly. It was a lot. It was a lot on me. And I don't know, it was just really upsetting for me. It was really heartbreaking for me. So yeah, it was a lot. So then I got these great nipple shields, and the Medela nipple shields, and I put that on my nipple. It's supposed to, once I took off the nipple shield, she started to latch onto me perfectly, and everything was good. Out of nowhere, randomly, she decided, okay, I don't want to breastfeed anymore. I'm done. I just want my bottle. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, you know what? I was about to start school within like the next week or so. I'm like, I'm going to be away from her for a little bit longer than I usually am. Maybe if she just wants to drink out of the bottle, then it is what it is. So I just let her just drink out of the bottle. And so now I am just exclusively pumping. She hasn't nursed since she was about 6 weeks, and she's 8 months now, so she hasn't nursed in a long time. And honestly, it's a lot easier for her to nurse, but I am away from her a little bit more than I usually am, and I don't want to make it harder on, you know, anyone who's watching her. I don't want to make it, you know, more difficult, because she is, when she was nursing, she was definitely like all about mom. This is who I want. And so I definitely didn't want to make it yes, I definitely didn't want to make it difficult for anybody, you know, when she's not around me. So, you know, it's fine. I've gotten so adjusted to nursing that it's just second nature. It is what it is. So I just let it be what it is at this point. So yeah, that's kind of my background story with breastfeeding. So far it's been amazing. Besides those little, you know, latching incidences, it's been amazing. Breast pumping is definitely time consuming. It's definitely very repetitive. It's kind of a lot. A lot of people that I know, they don't like to nurse. Well, they don't like to pump. And they definitely give it up to me for pumping so often. But I'm determined. I wanted her. Yes. I wanted her to be on breast milk until she was 1. And so that's what I'm determined to do. So I'm going to keep it pushing, and I'm going to make sure that she is breastfed. Well, she has breast milk. So yeah, so I kind of just wanted to show you guys, after my background story, just kind of some of the things that I do to help with my lactation, something that might help you guys. I know when I was pregnant, I looked at different things, different videos about pumping, lactation, just because I was like, I don't know, this is new to me. And I think that kind of helped me a little bit with my situation. But everybody's situation is different. Everybody needs different things. So this is just kind of what I've done. Yes. So I have a few things that I just kind of want to show you guys. Just show you guys what has helped me. I'm gonna just grab things not in a random order, not in a certain order, just kind of random. But these are nursing pads. I got these nursing pads from Walmart, and these are cool. I've been wearing these pads for a long time. So not these pads exactly, but nursing pads. And I've definitely tried different brands just to figure out which one I like the most. I've tried several different brands. So this is the most current one that I've tried, is the Walmart brand. The Babies R Us had different brands, so I would always try the ones at Babies R Us, but they are officially closed now. So I went to Walmart to get some more, and these are the ones that I got. And so far, I do like these. I think they absorb really well. So far, all of the brands that I tried, I liked, but there was one brand that I did not care for. I didn't feel like it absorbed as well as it probably should have. And I don't really remember the name of that one, but those are the Parents' Choice pads, and those have 60 in there. And so far so good. I don't have any issues with that. Okay, next I have my Tommie Tippie, my breast milk pouches. I love these guys. When I tell you guys, if you guys want to make your life way easier, this is the way to go. I cannot stand, I've been using these since she was born. I do not like, those Ziploc pouches. I did use those at one point, and I hated them. I think that they're so complicated to pour into. Defrosting and pouring them into a bottle is complicated. Like these Tommie Tippie pouches, guys, like come on, these are life. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is what it looks like, and I love them because they have this screw top, and so when it's time to pour, you just pour it in there, and then when you're done, you just put the top right back on, screw it right back on, and I tell you, it makes life so much easier. It really does. You put your information on the back. Like these are amazing. And Tommie Tippie also has these a pump and go system. I've been using Tommie Tippie. She drinks Tommie Tippie bottles. All the Tommie Tippie accessories. I love Tommie Tippie. That's just my personal opinion, but I love them. So anyway, so when it's time to defrost these pouches, you have two options. You can pour this into a bottle, or you can keep them in the pouch, just defrost it. I have a Tommie Tippie bottle warmer, and it has a little compartment for pouches. So you're able to just slide the pouch in the warmer. You don't have to take it out of it. And then you have this cool little bottle system that they have. You just kind of hook these parts up together, put a nipple in between. You basically hook up all the pieces. It's the pouch, it's this back piece, it is a top piece, and then it's just the regular, this part for to hold the nipple on top of the bottle. You hook all those pieces up, and boom, you have a little bottle. So this is cool if I'm not with her and I'm packing, if I'm packing milk, I sometimes just pack her pouches, and then I pack those little compartments, so it's a little bit easier for whoever to just warm up her bottles and just give it to her. So that's really cool. I love that. I love Tommie Tippie, but you know. So yeah, that's the pouches. Nursing bra. When I tell you guys, you for sure, when you're packing your hospital bag, definitely make sure with all the other essential items that you are packing, a nursing bra. Super important, makes life so much easier. You want life to be easy. So this is the nursing bra. This is what it looks like. This is the inside. And so basically when it's time to nurse, you're just going to unhook it here, pull this down, and you're able to detach the front, and you're able to nurse. When you're all done, you just hook it back up, snap it, and you're good. This is comfortable. There's no wires. It's soft like this. When it's nighttime, you just unhook it, or I mean during the day, whenever you have this on, like this makes nursing way easier. I got this one from Walmart, and I believe it was about $10.88 at Walmart. All right, next thing I use, I drink mother's milk. I drink this about twice a day, and I've been drinking this since she was born. Literally somebody gave me a few of the tea bags, and I went to the store and I bought some more, and I've just been buying it. So I have been drinking this since she was born. Another important thing is I pump every 2 hours, and I've been doing that again since she was born. I've been pumping every 2 hours, and that helps me a lot. So I am able to store milk, and I'm able to keep milk, and I'm able to kind of just keep up my milk. I'm constantly pumping every few hours, so I'm constantly just lactating all the time. I also drink a lot of water. I drink about maybe a gallon of water, but the least amount of water I'll drink is about 2 liters of water. But I try to drink a gallon of water a day, and this is what I put my water in. I'm constantly just filling this bad boy up and drinking all the water that I possibly can. I also eat oatmeal twice a day. In the morning time, I have my tea, my breakfast, and my oatmeal. At nighttime, before I go to bed, I drink my water, my tea, my oatmeal, and I have just a routine, and I've just kind of made it a routine of my life. So yeah, while I'm at home, I pump. I also have a hand pump that I use. This is a Medela hand pump, and this is what I keep in my car with me. And this, when I'm out anywhere and I haven't pumped, I keep this in my purse, and I pump wherever I need to. I don't care. I pump in my car a lot. People probably look at me like I'm crazy, but I always cover up. I always keep a nursing scarf in my car, and I just cover myself up, and then I pump with my hand pump. Another thing that I realized that helped me, and I can't even remember her name. I can't remember what the YouTube video, what her name was, but I did, when I first started pumping, I did watch a YouTube video about pumping, and just to make sure I was doing everything correct. I did watch her video, and she basically said that these sizes, this is what you attach to your pump. My big pump's over there, but this is basically what you attach to your pump, and you put on your breast to get the milk out. So when I first got the pump, it came with this piece. This is 24. This piece is 24, and then this piece is 27. So as you can see, there's a big difference. And after watching her video, I was like, wait a second, maybe I'm using the wrong size. She was like, you know, you have to make sure that it's appropriate size, because it's not, you're not going to get all of your milk out. So as you can see, like I said, this is a big difference. So it came with the 24, and as you can see, it didn't cover all of my breast, but this 27 does, and it helps to get all the milk can come down a lot better. So I stopped using these, and then I got a few more of these 27s, and that helped so much. So yeah, I think those are the things I use. Those are the things that have helped me in my journey. I don't know if I think that's everything. That's everything that I've used, and I've been blessed, and I've been able to completely fill a freezer with milk. She has more than enough milk. I've stored so much, so she has more than enough. And I think when she was first born, it made me nervous, because I was like, well, what if she doesn't have enough? But I know at this point she has more than enough milk. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep pushing forward, and I really hope that I've helped somebody with their journey, or if I've inspired somebody to breastfeed in the future. And I think another amazing thing, I've posted like my milk supply on my social media, and girls that were pregnant were like, just, oh my God, like, what are you doing? What is helping you? They were interested in breastfeeding, and so I gave them some of my tips, and I told them just, you know, a few things that I do. I'm not a specialist, I'm not an expert, but there are some things that I've done, and I've been breastfeeding, and the fact that they even like came to me and were like, okay, asking me questions and things that they can use, like I felt amazing to be able to help them. And hopefully, you know, when their babies are born, that they do stick to breastfeeding, because it is, like I said, guys, it's amazing. Like I love it. It's amazing. And it's amazing for the baby, guys. When I tell you, if you guys could do your research about all of the great things that your baby gets from breast milk, I mean, honestly, breastfeeding just has all the positives, but like I said, it's amazing. A lot of great things come out of breastfeeding. So like I said, I was able to help them. Hopefully they stick with it. Hopefully I've helped somebody on this video. Another thing is, if I can tell you guys anything, when your baby's born, try to find like a support group, a breastfeeding support group. Try to find a lactation specialist that you can keep in constant communication with. I have somebody that I communicate with, a lactation specialist, and she's amazing. She checks on me. I know if I have a question, I can call her, I can text her, and she's there, and she's able to, she helps me, and she's helped me so far, and just great, and she's there to help me through this. So if I could tell you guys anything, make sure you find a lactation specialist or a support group to help you during this time, because sometimes it's not the easiest thing for everybody. Sometimes it's a little bit harder. So to have that support from somebody is amazing. So definitely that'll help you as well. Another thing is the 5-5-5 rule. That's something that I learned a while ago. The 5-5-5 rule. You can keep breast milk out for 5 hours. You can keep breast milk in the fridge for 5 days, and you can keep breast milk in the freezer for 5 months. So that's another thing that could probably help you guys as well when you're caring for your breast milk. So yeah, I think that wraps up this video, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.